Nearly 1-800-000 human beings have been ordered to go away their houses around Los Angeles, as 5 fires maintain to burn 2 of them completely uncontained. Oh, observe this. Let's have a look at what that is. This complete community just, yeah, yo, law is actually on fire. I'm using domestic cause. Anyone said the Hollywood Hills were on fireplace, and you may literally see the frickin' fire within the Hollywood Hills. Los Angeles is burning, but is it all only a natural catastrophe, or should it be something more sinister? The Oprah Now instructions over at ZPRA Acres. But here's, the twist. Amidst the actual property, surge a unexpected hearth happens, destroying houses close by but leaving her vast terrain unscathed. A neighborhood pilot claims he saw a suspicious hobby close to the fireplace. To begin, may want to a person be behind it, and he stated, "I can inform you what took place. I saw this hearth while it became very small at the pinnacle of the hill, and I stated how small he basically opened his hands up. He recognized maybe the size of a small Christmas tree. He says approximately that massive. Some agree with these fires are a part of a larger cover-up. Regarding Hollywood elite's jewelry and buried evidence, what secrets and techniques are being hidden inside the ashes? And the way deep does this conspiracy move? Wildfires are nothing new to California. However, this time it's one of a kind. The timing, the odd eyewitness accounts, and the overwhelming questions have sparked a wildfire of conspiracies. Online line. Should these fires be greater than just environmental catastrophes, a few declare their planned attempts to burn evidence of crimes tied to Hollywood's darkest secrets. Aspect they came to thoughts. After that, he stated arson he is. Like, there may be no one hiking at 535 on that finger trail, and there's no power traces. There are energy strains in Runin Canyon, however, they are, to the north. And he said that has to be planned from claims of peace report, rings, to land grabs and satanic cults. These days we are unraveling the fiery allegations surrounding Hollywood's elite. However, first, let's have a look at why people are wondering the very origins of those fires in Los Angeles County around 1790078. 3 residents were ordered to evacuate, many compelled to go away their houses with simply the assets they might carry. Another 200 people has been on evacuation warnings. That means they will be told to leave at any second. A government stated that as a minimum 5 humans have been found useless near the Eden fire, although the precise purpose of their deaths hasn't been determined yet. Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna warned that the death toll should rise as more investigations take vicinity in the affected areas, describing them as searching like a bomb turned into drop to dive into the developing conspiracy theories. Approximately these fires, we need to begin with the tweets that lit up social media, claims that the fires have been deliberately started to cowl up proof. One online response reads, "This hearth changed into deliberate, and all of the issues they're now dealing with become deliberate to hide evidence of rings of Hollywood watch." Ali Carter, a self-proclaimed TF-ficking survivor, has long accused Hollywood of heinous crimes, and now her supporters agree with those fires are yet I try. Silence voices like hers, in keeping with her extravagant diet. Diddy is not simply guilty of beside-the-point behavior. She says he is connected to a hidden community related to a number of Hollywood's most effective names. Carter says she's a victim of Diddy, and has shared stunning depths of her time at his parties where visitors had been supposedly endorsed to have interaction and losing activities. For context, Ellie Carter has been making waves by way of speaking out about what she calls the dark side of Diddy's way of life. And she's no longer reserving back. She claims Diddy isn't just guilty of inappropriate behavior. She says he's related to a hidden network concerning a number of Hollywood's maximum powerful names. Carter says she's a sufferer of Diddy, and has shared surprising depths of her time at his events wherein guests have been supposedly advocated to interact in jaw-losing sports. Besides, return to the LA fires. Is that this simply online hysteria, or should there be something extra behind the coincidental timing of those fires? And what about the claims of deliberate arson? Eyewitness money owed. Are painting a fair darker photo. A local who flew over the fireplace's origin claims he saw something suspicious, and he stated, "Well, I can let you know what befell. I saw this fireplace when it became very small at the pinnacle of the hill. And I said, small? He essentially opened his hands up, maybe the dimensions of a small Christmas tree. And he stated about that big first aspect that got here. 2 thoughts after that, he stated arson. He's like, there's no one hiking at 535 on that finger trail, and there's no energy lines. There are strength traces in Ruining Canyon. However, they may be to the north, and he stated that has to be deliberate. This aligns with other reports of figures visible close to the beginning points of fires. La fires are arson. The Hollywood Hills fires are being intentionally set. Bottom right corner, tiny figures visible, capturing something likely a flare. Earlier than a fireball is visible within the discipline. Earlier than the video ends. One man or woman wrote, could this be evidence of intentional arson? What's extra, a viral clip shared online shows what appears to be a fireball exploding. Today is November 1st, 7 is the date, in an area raising even extra questions on the fireplace's origins. However, why would Hollywood elites allegedly start those combat conspiracy theorists factor to current revelations, approximately TF-icking rings concerning powerful individuals with celebrities underneath increasing scrutiny, some accept as true with these fires, or a calculated circulate to damage evidence earlier than investigators get too near. However, the accusations don't prevent at TF-icking. Some declare those fires are a part of a bigger satanic agenda, one designed to consolidate electricity and erase any trace of wrongdoing. One user wrote, corrupt Hollywood politicians are taking bribes from these cults in Hollywood, which might be walking STF-fecking rings. These fires had been planned, and the whole lot changed into installed place earlier than the fires so they could rob you. Are taking your youngsters and politicizing them. Platform known as NG4. Platform known as F6G. Rip off you. While those theories sound a ways fetched to a few others, argue there is an excessive amount of smoke for there not to be fireplace. Literally. Critics point to a records of fireplace-affected land being obtained through rich developers. One person commented in this saying, wake up, pay attention. These Hollywood celebrities, which can be a part of the Satan worship, STF-hicking, are beginning these fires and buying up land and getting greater energy and more kids hidden and bought those fires. All have comparable styles. But should those fires be a strategic move to force out citizens and clear the manner for gentrification? Some conspiracy theorists believe those fires are a manner for the elite to consolidate land and make electricity below the guise of natural disaster recovery, for instance. We have the Maui fires. You see, numerous TikTokers have pointed arms at billionaires, like Winfrey allegedly attributing the fires to Ment's scheme aimed at acquiring treasured Maui land from indigenous communities. For context, 2 years in the past, a huge wildfire swept through LA, leaving devastation in its wake. It appeared like Oprah saw an opportunity to show it into a PR second. With a amazing 1,000 acres of land on Maui and her well-known island-hopping lifestyle, she became basically the queen of the celeb scene there at the time she became caught on digital camera comforting evacuees at a safe haven, and the entire international got to peer her compassionate facet. But that wasn't the cease of it. That Sunday, she showed up at another evacuation center along with her personal CBS digital camera team. In tow reports, later revealed that she and her team had been turned away, sparking a media frenzy. The county of Maui, in the end, chimed in on Facebook, giving her credit for respecting their no Digicam coverage. Some people praised her for her kind-hearted visit, but not absolutely everyone bought it. The comment phase become a battleground, with folks accusing her of hogging the highlight yet again. It felt like she was seeking to megastar in her personal fact show, and allow me let you know, the target market had masses to say, approximately. She needs to stay domestic. Turning recovery right into a media frenzy isn't assisting all of us billionaires seeking media interest is gross. You are all simply pleasant together with her shopping for up the land and turning recuperation into a circus, one fan wrote. This is funny. She burns down Hawaii and then is going to help out. I experienced, like all of the contractors inside the vicinity, ought to come together and construct these types of humans' new homes before the rich take their land, a second fan introduced following this comment. Oprah Winfrey's massive assets in Maui has caused online speculations about whether or not, or now not, they had been impacted due to the wildfire at the island over the years. Oprah has bought over a few thousand acres of land and has even been a part-time resident of the island among multiple homes. At the island, some exceptional ones encompass 2,000 acres of farmland. At the facet of Halaka, a dormant volcano at a peak of 4,000 toes, and a private ranch, then there are the 870 acres of agricultural land spread across Kula, a part of upcountry to the western going through slopes of Halaka. All of the manor to Makawa and Kano, as for Maui. Now she sold the remaining one for a whopping $6.6 million in February 2023, which introduced to her current residences in Kula and Hana, and mile delayed his revelation. One Twitter journalist, by using the call Nicholas Venon, shared his hypothesis on how Oprah's big belongings controlled to live. To tell the tale, the disaster comes across destroys many homes near where she offered, and her places and her acres remain truly untouched, in keeping with Veen and Oprah. And her fellow elites are allegedly trying to push their selfish agendas of accumulating land by means of making each person trust that there may be a climate emergency, taking vicinity they may be seeking to spread worry, making us accept as true with that we have a weather emergency. Guys, this is not anything. However, them burying us in rules, what's greater, the journalist linked the current fire to one that occurred in 2017, claiming that this isn't always mere coincidence. Allow me. Take you return to 2017. There has been this big deadly wildfire tearing via Monteo, destroying homes and leaving devastation everywhere. Yet by some means, almost like magic, Oprah's costly mansion emerged completely unscathed. No longer even a scratch. And, after that, Oprah did not waste any time. She went on a real estate shopping spree, expanding her Monaco estate to a jaw-losing 70 acres. Speak about leveling up. But here's which matters get even extra exciting. Enthusiasts commenced humming about how striking it became that her property survived while such a lot of others have been lost severely. Ought to the stars have aligned any higher for her? The plot thickens. Right after the fire, Oprah's surprising obsession with snapping up extra land had people elevating eyebrows. It's like she noticed the flames as a golden possibility to increase her empire. Convenient timing, right? Some are even calling it strategic maneuvering. One fan threw predominant coloration via commenting, "It is now not climate fires, they're direct electricity guns." Then, every other fan went full detective mode, posting a screenshot of unverified information that they may be treating like a smoking gun, and bet what it listed the names of Hollywood's biggest power players' parents with financial institution bills that might buy a small country. We're speaking Bill Gates, Will Smith, Jeff Bezos, Morgan Freeman, Lady Gaga, and Julia Roberts, simply to name a few. And what did they all supposedly have in not unusual their houses, much like operas, by some means break out the fireplace without a scratch? It has got human beings thinking if there may be some kind of secret, fireproof membership for Hollywood's elite. Meanwhile, a creator took things even in addition, looking to connect dots between Hawaiian senator and these A-list leaders. Hawaii Senator Brian Schatz cannot even conceal his smirk. As Maui burned, he is seeing dollar signs and symptoms from massive Democrat donors. Oprah Zuckerberg, other billionaires, who will scoop up the land and thieve it from local-born Hawaiians. He tweeted in reference to this interview, "Senator, it's first-rate to have you. Ever under lousy occasions and prefer. I stated to Senator Hono, ultimate night." Each person inside the I've talked to and visible is considering folks in Hawaii and pulling for you. And I do not know about you, but that smirk at the senator's face is hard to overlook. Anyway, the author went on to add, Maui is being looted by way of billionaires. The fire, don't ask who, started out. It's going to lead to one among the largest land grabs in records. In her personal way, Oprah did manipulate to assist some of the hearth sufferers. Again, in August 10th, 2023, she was filmed handing out resources on the War Memorial Stadium in Maui. In the clip, she acknowledged that rebuilding the island changed into going to be an extended and self manner. She shared that she had frolicked on the shelters in Maui, in which she met such a lot of excellent human beings, inclusive of a man named Julius. He acknowledged his harrowing get away from the fires. I requested Julius what he wished. Oprah recalled. His legs were blanketed in bandages from running to escape the fireplace. He advised me he could experience his skin popping as he ran. He needed to abandon his car due to the fact that tires have been melting, and you started strolling. She persevered, and when I requested, tell me what you need, he said, ma'am, I need not anything. My lifestyles is now my best gift. I actually have my lifestyles nonetheless. Whether or not Oprah's efforts truly helped the Hearth victims remained a warm subject matter of dialogue, as constantly reviews were divided, but amidst all of the to and fro, one component appeared clear to her. Committed enthusiasts. Oprah and her billionaire friends stood to benefit from the situation. To them, it regarded just like the disaster got here with a shiny silver lining, one which matched their hefty bank bills in the meantime with